Good evening, everybody. Hope you're all having a fantastic evening. Everything was pretty spicy for us right out the gate. Like, there was no waiting for spicy, it was just all spice all night. Pretty much the whole war plan went out the window the second that the war started. Don't even start with me, Don. Don't even start. Smack you. What's up, Uncle Blowfish? Thanks for swimming on into town. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Tonight was so chaotic, I didn't even realize Ain flipped until after we were starting to log the war report. it was pure chaos all night. So, I must have been a fortune teller or something. Because, like, watch my intro and... yeah. I don't know. This is... I had a feeling that, you know, it's just too easy. One alliance over on the west, one alliance over on the right. There's no way that's going to stay like that. Yeah, nowhere. Two other alliances jump up in the mix, decide to party. It's crazy. Yeah, it was pretty intense. Trying to get everyone on the same page is tough when people are scattering to the 9 winds. Like, come back together, guys. Come back together. Get your feet planted. What's up, Soup? Man, y'all like some Foghladha. Someday, I'm gonna do something with that little thing. I'm gonna figure out how to tie into the API for Twitch and actually do something with that Foghladha thing. There you go, for a little piece of history. There you go. I feel like I'm in the middle of a custody battle right now. Mom, Dad, stop fighting! What's up, Death Guard?
Give me my feet!
That's nice and loud. There you go. A very short clip, man. Very short. 2 seconds. You used to a time like that? I had a feeling if I clicked that, it'd be bad. Okay, there's a full clip. I'll watch that after, man. It gets a little loud. It's a little loud in here. I'm an old guy, man. You gotta preserve my ears. Alright, we got 38 seconds. Let's go ahead and kick this thing off. Spooked your cat. Yeah. I hear you. Alright, let's kick this off.
Yo, yo. Foghladha, spin that wax. Listen up, warriors and knights. Tonight, we speak of legends. Stories yet to be told, crowns yet to be worn. The first battles of the capitals have begun. From Moyang to Asteria, the borderlands, the ground trembles. But the emperor's crown is yet to be claimed. This is Elysium Peak, the only damn server with a war report. They call us dead, we're the only damn ones living.
Can you hear it call? Can you hear it? Can you hear it call? Can you hear it?
Yeah. Cold breeze, drift through our Goliath gates. Sun low glow, but it's heavy with faith. Not like it's riding, yeah, they set the tone. Warriors loud, but the silence grown. Imperial guards stand deep, no foe. Steel in their spine, yeah, they story been told. Infamous leading with a fire in his eyes. Every scar speak truth, never living in disguise. This ain't a game, it's the blood in the grind. Every loss, every win get etched in time. From the dust where the fallen lay down, you can still hear the echo in the sound.
Can you hear it call?
Can you hear it?
When the night falls,
When it drops,
only one rise above it all.
just one.
When the echoes hit the wall.
Yeah, flips. Moyang map, get wrapped in attack. Tide soft war snap, no slack in the pack. Elysium lockstep, forbidden intact. War forge, war plan, every factor exact. No lag, no labs, no crack in the code. Full press, no rest, they stack in the road. And line in sight, yeah, the target acquired. Every line wide, every move fire. Forge, click, clack, impact. Blinking, it's done. Fast hands, no chance you run or you're gone. Back to back strikes, no breathing, no stall. You miss one beat, you ain't in it at all. This is the war for the throne. Stand tall or stand alone. Every strike set in stone. Take it now or be gone. Yeah, slide to the frontier, yeah, we ease on in. Conqueror city where the games begin. All eyes locked where the empires meet. Big dogs circling, smelling that heat. Slow roll moves, but the pressure stay tight. Every plate clean, yeah, they do it just right. Okay. Two kings posted, both claim the crown, but hold up, something creeping around. Who that? In the shadows,
Yeah.
real quiet. Who that?
Wait, who that? Slide in, no invite. No name, no fame, but the vibe too high. Okay, came out the dark like a glitch in the light. Now they remix kings in the middle of the fight.
Flip it.
No rules, no leash, yet they wild with it, huh? Crown look heavy, they smile with it. Why giants swinging, making noise, making claims. They sneaking through the back like thanks for the lane. Talk slick, move quick, rewrite the script. Plot twist hit, now the whole board flip. Echoes say truth, better listen up close. Every king was once what nobody chose.
Say what? This is the echo. Bounce back, let it flow.
Let it go.
From the low to the throne.
Ooh.
Run the show.
Crowned up,
Take that spot.
take it, one chance.
This your shot.
Don't miss when the echoes all drop.
Who hot? Who not? Let's go.
Can you hear it call?
The crown ain't given, it's taken. This is your war report.
This is your war report.
Go forth and conquer.
Let your legend be read.
Welcome back, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in to another edition of the War Report here on Elysium Peak. This was battle number 10, May 2nd, 2026. I'm your host, Foghladha, and we've got a couple interviews tonight. I am very pleased to say that we managed to score some interviews last second. So, Hailstorm volunteered to step up, and Godchi volunteered to step up. So, I think we'll be jumping into Godchi's first here in a few moments, but first I want to cover some key terms. First up, prestige is the value of land that you own. Acclaim is a total amount of prestige that you earn across the course of the season. Renown is a change in your property value, whether it goes up or down when you take possession. Triumphs is the end of season prize money that you're all fighting for. And then you got the power rating, which is based on the fiefs taken, lost, and held throughout the season. You can scan that QR code if you'd like to learn more about how this is all calculated. I put up a little page for you. Should help you out. Looking at our upcoming events, we have 2 wars left in the Usurp the Thrones phase. That's phase 4. We have battle number 12, May 9th, 2026. That is a positioning round for the Conqueror city. So expect a lot of action in the Borderlands that night. Should be very hot. All right, looking at the war summary. 44 warring factions, 16 total alliances, 143 fiefs, 77 of which changed hands. That's 53.85% of the world changed hands tonight. 48,295 total prestige. Only Bros is the big lead over there in the Austeria land. There is a total of 17,350 prestige and 43 fiefs, of which 11,700 of that is Only Bros. Yeah, 67%. Not Like Us owns 17%, 3,000. That's the capital. And the cohorts have 15%, 2,650. It's pretty interesting over there. Maoyang, the other hot spot tonight. There's 13,200 prestige with 45 fiefs available. Tides of War has 33% of that. Not Like Us with 17%. Blacklisted with 16%. The High Council with 11%. And Hybrideo with 8%. Over in the Borderlands, Buffalo Wild Wings with 49%. Sorry, let's go back to the total prestige here. 17,745 total prestige, 55 fiefs available. 49% is Buffalo Wild Wings. New World Order with 27%. Deuce Volt with 7%. Not Like Us with 7%. And No Evil with 5%. All right, let's go ahead and jump over to the community interviews. First up, we are going to jump in with Gaji. Welcome, Gaji. Thank you for joining.
Yo, yo, yo.
All right, so before we get too started here, let's go ahead and have you talk a little bit about yourself, who you are, how long you've been in this game, and what happened tonight.
Oof. Okay. Well, my name is Gadshi. I've been playing this game since it came out, but like I've taken breaks here and there. You know what I mean? Mainly just played TW. Really competitive player. I'm in Disciples, and basically tonight, you know, it was rough. We came in with an idea to conquer, you know, because we saw, and that's exactly what we came to do. We're a one house alliance due to the fact that we're basically really hated in the community. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter how good we are as players. Obviously, we are currently the strongest house in the game. But the problem is that we have a lot of players that talk a lot of smack, myself included, of course. And what ended up happening is that nobody wants us. You know, not even the you know, like the mid to low tier houses. So we're a solo house currently, and last war we attempted to attack Angliang. We attempted to get a hit on Angliang. What ended up happening was that everybody started taking all of our territory, and our hit of Angliang got stopped. We legit could only have like 4 guys mustering, so it was already pointless. So we realized the only way possible to get another shot of Angliang was to take as many cities possible in order to have enough influence to get one last hit. You know what I mean? So we attacked Ghazi, which was actually owned by you guys, believe it or not.
Yeah.
So
that was rough.
Yeah, so we attacked Ghazi. We attacked a fort that was owned by Forbidden City. Let me actually open up the game real quick. Zangi, I think it was what it was called. We attacked Targana. We attacked all of these. And remember, we're one house, so we really can't really be doing a lot of things. But we played the map flawlessly. Our macro was actually insane. Everything was going according to our plan of, you know, after defending, we had a 5-minute cooldown. Okay, that 5 minutes is up. We have 10 minutes remaining on the war. We have to go attack. You know, then let's go defend this. Let's speed run these guys. We sped run Forbidden City. We sped run Latium. We sped run Warforge, and we conquered as much land as possible. For the plan of basically, it's an all or nothing. You know, it's a cannon or like a Mach 5 missile plan. of being able to attack Ang Liang with one hit and send our entire house and conquer, because we knew if we had one shot to have everybody in there, we would dominate, and that's what we did. Today we attacked Warforged at Ang Liang. We had this flawless strategy. We went in there. It was just make sure you don't die. Don't die. Triple pull, quadruple pull, do as many pulls, and just dominate. We took X flawlessly on our first push. After that, we were getting crowed like crazy, right? Every corner that you turned was a crow. We were dropping bodies. I think we ended up losing like 30 people in total out of like the 80 people that like were in the muster. But it was crow central. And what was funny is everything was streamed on Twitch. You know what I mean? Obviously with a little bit of a delay, but we knew that what we were doing is we were gonna do history. We're the first house in the game to ever take a capital as a house, right? No alliance. No one has ever done that in the game before. No one. We attacked it. We took it, right? After we took it, we're like, that's it. Now we just have to hold it, right? And honestly, now it's time for now we got the cards. We got the cards, and now we're telling everybody, all of these houses, we're like, hey, we need an alliance. We're an only house. Please ally up. We need more triumphs. You know what I mean? Not triumphs, but like, yeah, triumphs at the end of the season. Cause like, bro, if nobody's gonna ally with us because like, we're hated on, now that we at least have the side capital, hopefully somebody allies with us. Get your guys yourself a free capital, put us as the third house, and GG, we got it done. So yeah, that's what we did. Oh yeah, and then Infamous, another smaller house, attacked us. We easily defended. They didn't even take X from us. They must be new to the game or something like that. But yeah, they got dominated.
You mean Infamous?
And yeah, Infamous.
Okay. Yeah, new to the game.
New house. Like nobody really knows who they are. Getting carried by warriors. But yeah, they attempted to attack us. It didn't work out for them. Couldn't even take X. But we can't really like talk smack about new players. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think my guys did a pretty good job fighting you guys when you guys came. I mean, the Gonzi trick, that was a
100%. And here's the thing, right?
You guys did a nice
like,
little rope-a-dope right there.
Yeah, like
You pulled us over to Kumul and then went and hit Gonzi while we're out in the field. It was like, oh crap.
But we just needed as much rep as possible, bro.
Yeah.
Or reputation, because like, yeah, we. Hey. And by the way, we literally, bro, by the time that we took Ang Liang, we had no more fiefs. I think we had like one village remaining, dude. One village, I think it was Yufu, like a random ass village. And that's all we had. Like everything was attacked by warriors and Infamous because they wanted to get the second hit on us. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And yeah, but what ended up happening after we beat them in what's this, Warforge, the Warforge Alliance, and Latium, Tides of War, they started like attacking all of Infamous's like land so that like they could get next war. So now we don't have to worry about like the newer players, and now we have to worry about these Forbidden City guys, the Latium, these hardcore players. So now we have to start preparing for an actual defense, and I have to start taking things serious because, like I said, bro, with like whenever you're going against Infamous, you could just turn off your keyboard, turn off your monitor, and just like win the game. But yeah.
All right. Well, you got a heck of a road ahead of you. I'm pretty sure we're going to have some lively salt flying out in the Maoyang region, I think.
Oh, 100%.
Should be entertaining, if nothing else. And not every house in the world hates you. So,
and that's what I'm saying. And to all those houses, ally up, bro. Get Ang Liang. You know what I mean? Get Ang Liang. If you guys already have 3, merge up together. Drop the ego. Merge up. Let us take that 3rd spot. That goes for you as well. We know Guy Shock over here needs triumphs. We gotcha. We will hold Ang Liang. You guys go take whatever you guys want. We need an alliance. I'll be very sad if Disciples just gets, it's just a one house alliance because by the end of the season, because that's currently what we are. We just need friends to hold our hands and have an amazing gaming experience. That's all we ask, guys. That's all we ask.
All right, that sounds amazing. Yeah, you never know. Weird shit has happened on this server, so
Yeah. Hopefully it could be a Christmas miracle. But yeah, that's basically all from me. Unless you got something to ask me.
all right. So let's go ahead and see community. Which one of the items on the board would you guys like to see?
Choose a topic.
Yeah,
for
go
player
ahead and choose
interview?
a topic. You can choose one, and we'll let the audience choose one too.
Wait. Is this for like for something that I have to talk
Yeah.
about?
So they will click one. We will basically choose one, and then you get to answer it, whatever the random question is that pops up on the board.
Okay. I think something fun. Okay, actually, I'll go with skill. I think that's a good one.
What's one mistake you see newer players make constantly in Siege? This is a good one for you.
In
actually.
Siege or rank?
Now let's go rank because you play a lot of rank.
Okay, you got me. Okay.
I'm pretty sure you kicked my ass yesterday in rank. Just saying.
My bad. Okay. The number one mistake I see a lot of new players make is not playing with the team. And what do I mean by this is many people see like at the top of the screen they see the objective. The objective is A, the objective is B, or it could be C or home, right? And they would just push. They would just push in alone. Majority of the times the team is shot calling, right? As long as you're always with your team, even if the shot call is wrong, you mitigate, like even if you guys lose the trade, you mitigate less losses, right? Rather than if you were to just push in alone, because if you push in alone and you get jumped by 3 guys, right, you already lost your unit and you couldn't get a good unit trade. But let's say you lose a 15 versus 15. Let's say you lost 400 units. They maybe lost 200 or 300, right? Or on a good case, the trade was 400 to 400, and you guys still have another shot. The number one mistake is just always being by yourself, right? Not going with the team, not listening to the shot calls. And obviously, like once you start fixing all these things, then it's all about units, right? Are you bringing the correct unit comp? But the biggest mistake, if I had to just say one, it's definitely being alone, not pushing together with the team.
100% agree on that one. All right, so some people said rivalry, so let's go ahead and click that. I'm pretty sure everyone's your rival, but
me or my house.
All right, what's the biggest comeback your house has ever pulled off?
Biggest comeback? Oh, actually, I got one. Last season, believe it or not. And I could talk about this. I also even have the VOD for it. So last season, we were attacking Daicheng, right? It's in the Maoyang region. And it was the last war. The enemy took Daicheng, right? And they were defending it ever since, ever since they had Daicheng. And it's everybody that has been in that capital knows it's a very defense-biased capital. Pretty much like every other capital except Reginopolis. Regi is a big attacker-biased capital. Anyways, so it was the last war, right? We had the final shot to take Daicheng. We lost the first attack and we were going to lose the second attack, but it didn't matter because we were going to be able to get a third attack, right? Because we had enough time. So we're about losing the second attack, we're over here losing motivation. We're like, fuck, man, one more try, whatever. But the enemy, I don't know if you've ever heard of Blackwing, Blackwater. Yeah, okay, there you go. He decided, right, to give X so that we could capture X. That way we had 10 more minutes on the fight, and then they would just hold it. You know what I mean? And we wouldn't be able to get a third hit, right? Because there was 50 minutes remaining. Or my bad, there was 10 minutes remaining. So if they were capable of holding it, we wouldn't have had a third hit. So he gave the call, literally minute 48 of the war, right? So it's like 9:48. And then what ends up happening is he gives X, and once we captured X, they pushed us off, and they actually wiped and started recapping X, right? But I still remember this. Deadly Ghost was calling, Wonju was in there, and then I literally said, guys, their units already have defeated. Just push, right? Like we don't need a reset. Just push this, because they just fought with us against us. We literally went full cav. We wiped them. We took X, right? And then they started saying, "Oh shit, oh crap," you know what I mean? Like, because now the fog got real. So we took X. We started dropping hella crows. And before the war, the previous war, when we were going towards their home, we captured 99% of it. The problem was that one of the Medal players wasn't covering the flank, right? And all the CAF came through from the flank. They wiped us 99%. But this war, right? Dude, we were going constantly over the VOD review. Everybody was on point of where they had to be. And they just blocked every corner. We pushed the home. We put the Modals in the correct place, all the anti-cav, right? And we ended up winning Daicheng. All because they decided to give us X rather than just hold the third time. That was the biggest comeback, because that was that was the main capital of the season. So
I've seen that so many times in this game. Is people will like, oh, just give them X and it'll be fine, and then it's not fine. It's not fine at all.
It's all fun and games till Blackwing said the words, "Just trust me, guys." We'll give them X.
Pretty much, yeah. So I mean, that's bitten a lot of people in the butts in this game. So I think everyone has a story where they are like, oh, fine, we'll just buy some time, and then or like they sit there. I've seen it a few times where people will be like, just they kill everything in the match, and they're just like camping the end zone spawn. They're assaulting, and they're like, oh, we got this in the bag, and then all of a sudden Zerg zones in and murders you, and they're on their back foot, and they end up losing because they waited. It's so many times I've seen that.
Oh yeah, 100%, bro. It always happens. Every single time, and it's always when you're praying for it not to happen, that's when it happens. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right, so go ahead and choose another one.
Oh, another one? Okay.
Yeah.
We can go for, honestly, House Origin. House Origin sounds fun.
All right, what is the house culture like? Serious, casual, chaotic, disciplined, or family style? Probably not family style. I'm pretty sure that's not how it is.
Whoa. Okay. I think family style is literally the number one thing that describes Disciples. Because if you think about it, right? It's a group of players that have always played together. Right? They have the dragon stack, right? That have played together with each other. They have some of the old Santa group. It's like three groups that the STL guys are in there. That have always played together and decided to group up, right? Just because we dislike and talk smack to other people doesn't mean we don't treat each other good. You know what I mean? As long as we are a family, so as long as we respect each other and treat each other well, we will have each other's back and trust one another. And that's why we are so successful as a house, right? We're capable of beating these small houses like Infamous. Because we've played together for so long that we have trust over each other. This guy's gonna watch my back. I don't need to trust. I don't need to worry about that crow that this guy's dropping, because I know that this guy's gonna take it out. We don't need to say things to each other. We just need to do it. And at the end of the day, that's like number one thing. But we are definitely like very competitive, and that's the thing that like many people get wrong, is like they're like, oh, they're a bunch of toxic guys. We're not really toxic. We're just really competitive. And if someone's competitive, they hate losing, right? So it's like, if you hate losing, many of the things that you say is going to come off as toxic, but in reality, it's just that you just don't want to lose. So you will take everything serious. So things that you say are just obviously going to seem like in a bad way. But as long as you don't really take things to heart, you'll realize that like we're actually not that bad of guys. You know what I mean? We're just a bunch of family members that just.
You're
Want to win.
very competitive and very skilled. You're definitely a high skilled group that when I faced you, it was pretty rough. So, but I'm nowhere near the top cream of the crop. I'm like,
Hey,
I'm
but
above the
at least you
the
guys are
bottom.
bigger. You guys at least are better and bigger than Infamous. You know what I mean? If you guys attacked in the end, you guys probably would have taken X. These guys couldn't even take it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Well, you ain't taking nothing if you don't actually try to hit it. So
exactly, that is true. That is true, but
you miss every shot you don't take.
100%, brother.
But I want to thank you so much for joining me tonight. It's been fun. I always enjoy having you guys around. So thank you so much for giving me a talk. And who knows? Maybe there'll be some surprise in the works for some alliances.
Hopefully, man. Hopefully, hey, you know where to reach us.
Okay.
If
Okay.
you can't
My
reach,
agent will be in touch with your agent.
Thank you. All right, brother. It's been a pleasure, man. Have a good one.
All right.
Hopefully,
Have a good one.
hopefully it goes well. All right,
Yeah,
take
thank
it easy,
you.
man.
Bye.
GG's.
Next up, we have Hailstorm. Storm.
Yeah.
Man, I'm reading your name backwards. What the hell?
What is up? What is up? Everybody, Big H back at it again. Big hailstorm. Fucking you're everybody's favorite nobody. Not well, maybe not so much of a nobody anymore. I don't know if you heard. I'm a little bit Reddit famous now.
What did you
What
do
is
on
up, man?
Reddit?
How are you doing? Yeah.
What
What
did you do
happened?
on Reddit? I totally spelled something wrong here. I swear to God, dude. I'll fix it.
Well, I don't know what it was, but I don't know. Some old member got a little bit mad at me, and he posted a screenshot of my DMs with him on Reddit. And I've had like everybody I've talked to over the last week has been like, "Look, man, you're Reddit famous." So that's great, isn't it? Like
Hey,
an expose.
back in the day when I was playing a little game called Dark Age of Camelot, I used to check their forums every night to see if someone mentioned my name, and if they did, then I knew I was doing it right.
Dude, that's what I used to do when I first started playing this game with your streams. I'd be on every night after every TW waiting for the for the war report. Like, is he gonna say Hailstorm? Is he gonna say Whitewood Watch? Is he gonna say my house? I used to be so excited, man. I'd look forward to it. It's great being on here now that you do these interviews and stuff.
There you go. Now you got your name right. Sorry, I spelled the Undaunted Spartan wrong.
Well, it is a pretty long name.
Yeah, there was an extra S when I didn't think that there was an S, or vice versa. So,
Yeah, it doesn't fit. It doesn't fit in the thing.
all right. So, talk to me about tonight. What went on in the Undaunted Spartan Animal Kingdom side of the world?
Well, it was pretty interesting. I actually wasn't at war myself today. I had to call out literally last minute, in like the last 30 minutes before war started. But I was there on my phone the whole time, trying to see what was going on, give some tips and tricks and stuff to the people. So my officer corps held it down. Silver Wolf, shout out to him, shot calling the fights. Valor, their group leading, and I got my Death Guard friends, Eamon, and all the guys there. I couldn't hear the comms too well, but everybody held it down for the gang tonight. Basically, what went down is we've been kind of consolidating the South for a couple wars now. We came down here, saw Buffalo Wild Wings had all that land for free, and we're like, well, that's not allowed. Vigilantes can't have free land like that because they're just not good enough for it. So we pulled up down there with the whole alliance, kicked some butt. I don't think I can swear on your stream. Kicked some butt, got them all out of that pocket, and we've been trying to working on consolidating it, pushing it back up north, closer to like Tizum, Dianliu for the last couple of wars. But Undying Wolves actually dropped 2 wars ago because they're joining up with Vanguard here, I guess, for some endgame content. So wish them farewell. Left on good terms, but without them, we are one house short, so we're only 2 out of 3, and we got hit by a full alliance tonight. They fielded about like double our numbers, so we kind of just let them take shit, or let them take stuff, and full turtled on Sobek. We're like, all right, well, we're not gonna fight these guys like across 10 different fiefs. We don't have the numbers to spread out, so we just full turtled Sobek all war, and got 2 full fights on it. The first fight was great. We didn't even fall back from X. Managed to hold them on X and the walls the whole time. Just this beautiful back and forth, beautiful double pulls from the supply. Again, Silver Wolf came in clutch with the shot calling. And then second fight was pretty much the same thing down to the last like minute and a half or 2 minutes. And that's when they managed to flip X on us. I guess just our muster got low. Took us too many people to clear the walls in the last push. We didn't have that many people at war tonight. It was a light night for everybody. And, just muster ran dry. Had to give up X in the like last minute and a half of the war, and everybody fell back to home. And it's just kind of like a tsunami from there. Once you fall back from X on Valley Fortress map, it's kind of just gone.
Sounds like it.
But
Yeah.
I mean, looks like we're a tad bit exiled right now. But we got Brazil up there with a good chunk of land, and they're our incoming third house in a few days here once they're off cooldown. So we'll still be in the south. We'll have a bit of a slight relocation, but we're not gone for good, and we're gonna make a push to try and take some of that stuff back. Fair and square.
The beautiful thing about being exiled is that you have no anchor drawing you to a certain fief or certain area. You can literally have the whole world as your drawing board. You can go anywhere and do anything you want. So enjoy that freedom while you got it. And let's sing about your second chapter here. Come phase 5. Although Borderlands is going to be a very hot place to be come phase 5. So you might want to think about some other area of land.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. I think Osteria is going to be a pretty interesting place to see right now. It's just that Vanguard Alliance, Vanguard Undying Wolves, and those Salt guys. So, I mean, I guess we'll see. Like one small alliance moving into the region probably will struggle a lot to fight them. But I think if enough of the guys get exiled from Borderlands and move out, there might be some interesting movements going on in that region. Mao Yang seems like too much of a hot spot for anyone at the moment. So
Mao Yang
with
is
disciples and whatnot.
No, it's like tuning into your grandma's OnlyFans. You don't want to be there.
That's a crazy way to put it, but yeah, I guess that's why Black Templars and those guys dropped the region too. I mean, they put up some crazy fights there. I was looking last war, but I guess it can get to be too much sometimes. You gotta just take your foot off the pedal and go blow off some steam fighting other people sometimes.
Yep, and I can tell you that I've seen it so many times. And I've told this story over and over and over again, and nobody ever listens. But if you look through my prior war reports, you can tune back all the way to season 6 and see this happening. When some alliance takes over an entire region, they get zerged like nobody's business right there at the end when it counts. There's no we've had guys own the entire Borderlands and they lose the entire Borderlands in one night because of the crap that comes their way. I mean,
that's what we did last season with Warforged, or not Warborn. They had like the whole region. We wiped them. We're like, CC's ours.
when you have that much land, it takes too long to move your units. You can't take artillery from Kings Valley and get up to Old Prospect before something flips. It's just not possible, So anytime that they stretch that big, you can expect that there's going to be a great downfall coming. The best thing that they can do is plan for their downfall and adjust their plan accordingly to mitigate the amount of damage that's happening. If you're trying to defend everything, you're going to lose everything. That's just how it is. You just cannot match, 6 alliances coming over hitting you. There's just no way to match that.
Yeah, the biggest thing, smaller houses or alliances struggle with this is if they get hit, they'll have one super high value target and one like low value target right next to each other. And, if you're getting attacked by more numbers than you have, more stacks than you have, you're outnumbered. You kind of just got to turtle your high value stuff like we did with Sobek tonight. But if you're getting hit like one stack versus one stack, you just go wherever the fight is. If, some people get scared, they're like, oh, I've got my high value fief and my low value fief. The enemy is attacking my low value fief, but if I move off and defend it, what if they back cap the high value one? Well, it's one stack versus one stack. You just go wherever the fight is. If you can keep them locked in the low value fief all war, then your high value fief is safe. But when you're outnumbered like 6-1 with a bunch of alliances moving in, you're just screwed at that point. You really just got to pick like 4 fiefs and go like, this is my prio and call it there.
All right, so let's go ahead and move to the interview board. You've seen it on the screen. You've got 10 different categories you can choose from. Audience, go ahead and choose 2 categories as well. Let's have you choose the first one, and then we'll get some from the audience.
Yeah, there was like one that was strategy or something. I'm on my phone right now, and it's at like 8%, so I'm going off memory. I don't want to pull the stream up.
All right, no, you're good. Okay, strategy. Huzzah! What's your ideal TW goal? A capital city, regional control, fief quests, or just good fights?
Ooh, that's a good one. I think generally it's just kind of good fights. I mean, our guys don't care too much about payouts or land anymore. I think that's more of a small house mentality. And I mean, you could argue that we're more of a small house nowadays, but having gone endgame, having fought for capitals, that's kind of my whole thing. Is I love the the thrill of the end game. I love getting into fights where you got like 30 people, 40 people on each side. I mean, I was shot calling Conqueror City last season. RIP. Shot called the gates. They were fun. I mean, it was great fights. Those big scale fights where everyone's just kind of locked in for the end game. Those are my favorite as a leader and as a shot caller. But you know, I think it can be really rough on a player base, on a community, on a house to do that for a whole season, especially if you as a house didn't form in the end game, like Undaunted Spartans formed as like a low game, mid game kind of house. So trying to be end game and like sustain that for multiple seasons can be really difficult. So I think, you know, now that we've had our fun in end game with Ice Spartans for 3 seasons, we're back to Undaunted and just kind of growing a mid game stack here. We're just looking for the content and the fights. You know, new players aren't going to get good sitting on a bunch of free land. That's what no hate to Soup, you know, Kitchen or Dauntless for those guys, but they're in an alliance with Vigilantes, and I was shot calling for Vigilantes for like a year and a half. That's what they do. That's their strat. They find the most open, free territory they can, and they wipe it up, and they have the most land on paper, but they really are not the strongest. And you know that doesn't grow your player base at all. That doesn't teach them how to get better. But you know, so we're just looking for the fights. Even if we lose all the land, as long as we get the tough fights, our players improve from the trial and error.
All right, the audience has voted for rivalry. So,
All
what
right, let's hear
loss
it.
do you still think about?
What loss do I still think about?
I
Man,
think I know
there's
which one.
yeah, I think you know too. It's Conqueror City. That one was brutal. Um, you know, we spent hours and hours preparing for it. It was admittedly the first capital I've ever called, and the only one, first and maybe last for the foreseeable future. So it was a big you know, weight on my shoulders. I had lots of great people helping me out with it, like Ice Secret and you know the rest of our alliance, all the shot callers and lieges there helping out with the strats and ideas and scrimming my stack so we could get practice on the fief. We spent like, you know, like literally 8 hours in VC straight the night before of the fight, just like preparing strats and running custom lobbies on the map. But you know, a lot of bad things happened at once on that night. We had a bunch of new people in the house, like literally no names. I'll put my hands up on that one. My bad. A bunch of randos that I was trying to recruit and who weren't in Discord, weren't in VC, and they were loading into Capital with like blue archers or something, and I'm like, this guy has no idea what he's costing us. We had, you know, people loading into first 15 out of queue order who weren't supposed to be there, so our first 15 wasn't strong enough. We had like 3 or 4 people who were taking the place of crucial players in that fight, and then my secret did change the strat on X like kind of a lot, like 10 minutes before war while I was, you know, away from my computer, and I come back and we load into the fight and everyone's in different places. I'm like, oh my god, dude, what are we doing? So like, blame goes every which direction, but that was the most painful fight because I know we could have held it too. I mean, we held on X until the last 1 or 2 minutes of that fight, and then they flipped X at the last minute, and then the same thing happened on home. It went down to like a minute 15 or something like that on home. Like I know, and they closed like that center gate between X and home on us like 8 times over the course of that one fight. You know, seeing my guys, how they've performed over the course of that season, Secrets guys, you know, knowing him, his and I, or mine and his abilities as callers and leaders and, you know, everything else we'd proven that season, I know for a fact we could have held that thing if we just got our stuff together. But, you know, we didn't. We slipped up on the most important night of the season, and Warforged and Ares won it fair and square. So sucks to suck, but I still think about that fight a lot.
Hey, you know, hindsight's always 2020, and it's easy to know what you should have done. It's hard to know what you should do. So
For
don't beat
sure.
yourself up too much. You know, we all make mistakes, and we got to learn from them. That's how we grow as people. So, you know, next time you're not gonna let your guard down. You're gonna, you know, get things right, and you're gonna do better. So
Hell yeah.
there you go. All
That's
right,
the
so let's
spirit.
go ahead choose another one.
Am I picking another one?
Yeah, go ahead and pick another one.
Oh shoot. I guess did I already do strategy? Let's just do another strategy one. Can I double up?
Yeah, of course. There you go. All right. What is your house best known for in territory wars? Defense, offense, open field fights, coordination, or diplomacy?
Ooh, that's an interesting one. I can definitely cut a few off right off the bat. Not known for Diplo, not my not my strong suit. When I first started playing the game, I had these big, beautiful visions of diplomacy where everyone got along. But over time, I've realized everyone's looking out for their own interests, and Diplo just doesn't work. Um, Open field battles, we don't like fielding too much. It's not our thing. Oftentimes, it's because we don't have the numbers for it. When we do, I just prefer to force everyone into the fight and just get like a big muster queue lined up. It gives me more to work with as a caller. So not really fielding. I guess attack and defense wise, we are pretty good at defense. I mean, inherently it's easier to defend than it is to attack. So it's not really saying much there, but I've won some defenses against some pretty crazy odds with my stack. With me calling. Uh, some of our attacks have been pretty good too. We had an attack like 2 seasons ago on Ostel, which was defended by like most of Warriors and some Supply Watchers B, and that was just me with like the Ice Spartans house, and we flipped X both times, like both hits in like the first I think 8 minutes of the fight, and then run home for the rest of it. So, I don't think we're particularly known for attack or defense. We're just pretty decent at both. Yeah, that's all I can really say there.
All right, well, we got to continue on, but thank you so much, Hailstorm, for joining me. It's been a lot of fun, and I've always enjoyed talking to you, so I do hope that you will consider joining us again later in the future, and it's good hearing from you, man.
Hell yeah, maybe see you on the show again next season. Later.
Who knows? We could, like, be in the Borderlands or something. You never know.
Ooh, I see.
Yeah, maybe we're going to go for Conquer City. No, probably not.
Let's ally up.
Come on,
Let's
man.
fight Godchi for Enliang.
There we go. I'd have to go recruit Godchi to get there, I think.
Yeah.
If I could surf his confidence all the way there, man, you couldn't lose. But
yeah, the infamous small house new players. I love that.
yeah, it's fun. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us. I look forward to seeing you. Just stay tuned for Hibernia's campaign to take Conquer City. You just watch. We're going, right?
I got your back, brother. All right.
All right.
Well,
Have a good one,
take
guys.
it easy then.
All right. All right. Looks like I broke things on the way. All right. There we go. Got things working again. Thank you guys for being patient there. All right, so Australia, the land of pretty much Vanguard and friends, is 17,350 regional prosperity with 1 capital city, 10 towns, 2 forts, and 30 villages. It is a prosperity tier 3 with 70% being free house ownership and 30% being legion ownership. Top 5 seasonal landowners include Warriors with 20,250, Imperial Guard with 18,150, Vanguard with 16,250, Infamous with 13,800, Ancient Salt Kings with 8,250. Top renowned builders is Vanguard with 450, Warriors with 250, Disciples with 150. Most prestigious stronghold is Steinklepp at rank 6. Top flourishing village is Bergdorf at rank 4. Taking a look at the war map. Oh man, I need to change Only Bros color. I didn't give him a color. That doesn't help at all. So most of the region is a darker blue. You probably can't tell the difference, but yeah, that's Only Bros. 11,700 cohorts with 2,600. Let me do this real quick. Jesus, that sucks. I'm sorry, guys. I totally forgot to change the color. I'm gonna make them purple. There we go. So if I turn this off and turn it back on again, it should work. Boom! There you go. 11,700 for Only Bros. Not Like Us is 3,000. That's at Agolia. And then the cohorts are in the northwest with 2,650. Looking at the changes in the kingdom, we saw Undying Wolves gain 3, Australian Legion with 1, Ancient Salt Kings with 2, and Vanguard with 1. Looking at the houses in the region, we have Regional Dukes of Ancient Salt Kings, Undying Wolves, and Vanguard. The king of the region is Imperial Guard of Not Like Us, fending off several assaults tonight. Then the Regional Barons is the cohorts. Looking at the race for that capital city, Imperial Guard of Not Like Us sits upon the throne, and they are standing against Only Bros. 11,700 prestige, more than enough. Next up, Miao Yang, the land of pure violence. There's 100% free houses versus 0% Legion, 13,200 regional prosperity with 12 towns, 2 forts, 31 villages. Prosperity tier is 2. Top 5 seasonal landowners include Warforged with 15,500, Latium with 11,850, Forbidden City with 10,800, Disciples with 10,350, Goshkia with 7,750. Top renowned builders are Goshkia with 500, Order of Valor with 100, Goshkia Dub with 100, I Kingdom with 50, and here with 50. Top prestigious strongholds in the land are Ganzi and Siva at rank 5. Top flourishing village is Binbao at rank 4. Looking at the war map tonight, there you have it. Alright, Blacklisted is also one that has the default color, but fortunately they are on the capital, so you should be able to see them pretty well. Let's go ahead and flip them to a bluish gray. There you go. That should work. So fixing that color issue. There you go. Alright, so the grayish color is them. They have 5,100 regional prosperity. Tides of War over on the far east side, 4,350. Not like us. Right there in the center, 2,250. The High Council with 1,500. We have Hibernia with 1,100 in the center there. Only Fields with 850 at Hargana. Gur with 600 up there at Kashgar. Creed at Shimon with 150. Buffalo Wild Wings up there at Pingtai Old Centaur area, I believe. One of those two. I think it's Old Centaur is them. And then Fury with 150 over at Pingtai. Alright, looking at the changes tonight. Forbidden City with 6. Disciples with 4, Unforgiveness with 4, Latium with 3, Warriors with 3, The Wild Hunt with 2, Warforged with 2, Barbarians with 1, Berserkers with 1, Dauntless with 1, Goshki Dub with 1, Mortal Combat with 1, Order of Valor with 1, and the Shadow Army with 1. Looking at the houses of Mao Yang, Disciples sits upon the throne of Blacklisted. Regional Barons include Infamous, Latium, Forbidden City, the Shadow Army, and Warforged. Regional Stewards include the Wild Hunt, Barbarians, Goshkia Dub, Warriors, Order of Valor, Goshkia, I Kingdom, Homegrown, Mortal Combat, Dauntless, Robber Barons, and Berserkers. Looking at the race for the cap rule, Disciples of the Blacklisted currently sits upon the throne. In the running is Tides of War with 4,350. Looking at the Borderlands, we have 17,745 regional prosperity with 17 towns, 4 forts, and 34 villages. Prosperity tier is 2. 100% free houses versus 0% Legion. Top 5 seasonal landowners include Kitchen with 11,895, Vigilantes with 9,945, Warriors with 9,360, here with 6,630. Soda's Tavern with 6,435. Renowned builders in the region are Kitchen with 390, Warriors with 390, taking up that first place spot. The Wild Hunt with 3rd, tied with Infamous and Dauntless. Top prestigious stronghold is Shotgun at rank 4. There are no upgraded village in this region. Looking at the north end, you can see Buffalo Wild Wings owns the entire north. They're doing better than their franchise. 8,775. Deuce Volt over on the west side. 1,170. Fury with, I'm pretty sure they are at Artaban. Yep, they're at Artaban. I need to change Fury's color now that they're both mixing zones. So 195 over there. Deliverance, 195 at Rular. Independence at Sanseong, 195. As for the south end, you have New World Order taking up that entire south. Not like us over there at Shotgun. No Evil with 975 over on Magoo. Deliverance with 195. Chillin' at Penglai. Looking at the changes in the Borderlands, we saw Black Templars gain 6, Dauntless with 5, Borderlands Legion with 4, Midway Kings with 4, Mortality with 4. Sorry, Borderlands is just the correction from the Australian Legion owning the gates to Borderlands Legion owning the gates. Regulators with 4, Here with 3, Kitchen with 2, Retro with 2, Vigilantes with 2, Old Guard with 1, Robber Barons with 1, and Speak with 1. Looking at the houses of the region, the Borderlands Legion currently owns the throne. Regional Dukes include Kitchen of Buffalo Wild Wings. Regional Barons include Vigilantes, Dauntless, Mortality, Black Templars, Midway Kings, and Warriors. Regional Stewards include Regulators, Here, Speak, Retro, and Robber Barons, and Old Guard. Looking at the champions of the realm right now, it's a face-off between Buffalo Wild Wings and New World Order. Now, I guarantee you there will be more contenders in this region. I don't think that these two are going to be it pushing for the main cap. So I would not doubt if the four from this right and the left decide to converge. So this could get to be really interesting in those final 2 weeks of the season. Looking at the realm economy, we have Shaken rising to 4, Kochi rising to 2. Looking at crumbling empires, Hexi dropped to 1, Koman to 3, Lumma to 3, and Beijing to 3. Looking at the most prestigious fiefs, we have rank 6 Steinklipp. We have rank 5 Tasiba, Ganzi, Das Bulwark, Elbogen, and Westberg. Top builders in the region, we have Warriors leading the pack with 640. Goshke with 500, Vanguard with 450, Kitchen with 390, Dauntless with 195, Unfamous with 195, The Wild Hunt 195, Goshke double 100, Order of Valor 100, and Here with 50. Looking at unit kit crafting, Steinklipp is still your only destination for gold kits with Silidar and Queen's Knight kits. Everything else is purple kits. The Kriegsbrüder kits are the easiest over at Westberg or Elbogen. Looking at siege crafting, you're still stuck in blue land. Nobody's gotten a rank 7 fief to get some purple siege on here. Looking at the top fief quests, Steinklipp 8 Genets, 4,000 player XP. Steinklipp also has the 1 epic artillery for 960, and if you're still trying to do house EXP, Das Bulwark, Zaifu, Geta, and Tasiba all have the 100 regional exotics for 240 house EXP. Alright, let's take a look at those house rankings. Right now, no new houses. We have 14 level 7 houses, 14 level 6 houses, and 6 level 5 houses. Looking at population changes, population growth, we have Barbarians with 11, Mortal Combat with 11, Undaunted Spartans with 7, Robber Barons with 5, Kitchen with 5, and Disciples with 5. Population decline, we saw the Wild Hunt lose 6. Looking at Prestige gains Knight, Mortality gained 2,145, Disciples 1,950, Dauntless with 1,515, Forbidden City 1,200, Midway Kings with 1,170, Kitchen 975, Black Templars 855, Regulators with 825, Ancient Salt Kings with 750, and Undying Wolves with 650. Warforged with 2,850. Brazil with 1,950, Warriors 1,755, Undaunted Spartan with 1,365, Death Guard with 1,170, Saphira 1,050, Goshge with 500, Unfamous with 480, Mortal Combat with 450, Retro with 390. Looking at our top 10, we have Disciples of Blacklisted list up top with 5,100 prestige. Santa the Clown is a liege with 17,550 seasonal claim. Next up in second place, we have Ancient Salt Kings of Only Bros with 4,500 prestige. Epic Energy is a liege with 10,200 seasonal claim. Third place is Kitchen of Buffalo Wild Wings with 3,900 prestige. Soup is a liege with 12,045 seasonal claim. Fourth place is Vanguard of Only Bros with 3,600 prestige. Tong Tong is the liege with 19,160 seasonal claim. Fifth place is Undying Wolves of Only Bros, 3,600 prestige. AK Berserk is the liege with 10,680 seasonal claim. Sixth place is Imperial Guard of Not Like Us with 3,000 prestige. Esmery is the liege with 19,495 seasonal claim. Seventh place is Vigilantes of Buffalo Wild Wings with 2,535 prestige. Lugotrix is the liege with 9,945 seasonal claim. Eighth place is Dauntless of Buffalo Wild Wings with 2,490 prestige. John the Impaler is the liege with 6,645 seasonal claim. Ninth place is Mortality of New World Order with 2,145 prestige. Roundkai is the liege with 2,880 seasonal claim. 10th place is Elysium of Tides of War with 1,800 prestige. Has 1151 is the Liege with 13,275. Next up, we have our top 30. Go ahead and take a look at where you stack up. All right, moving along. We're going to take a look at the new power ratings. This week's top 10 powerhouses ends with Kitchen being the top powerhouse with 319. Warriors in second with 231. Imperial Guard with 210. Ancient Salt Kings with 182. Vigilantes 148. Vanguard with 146. Undying Wolves 120. The Shadow Army 106. Disciples with 99. And Latium with 98. Next up, the Alliance rankings. We have Old Guard being the free agent on the board with 195 points. Alliance changes. Ancient Salt Kings joined Only Bros. Undying Wolves joined Only Bros. And Vanguard formed Only Bros. Looking at the top prestige gains, New World Order with 3,825. We have Buffalo Wild Wings with 2,880. The Blacklisted 1,950. Deuce Volt 1,170. Gur with 600. No Evil 195. Fury with 195. The High Council with 150. Only Fields with 70. Looking at prestige losses, Animal Kingdom with 2,535. Not Like Us 2,235. Creed with 1,800. Tides of War 1,800. Hibernia with 450. And Deliverance with 390. Looking at the top alliances, Only Bros has 11,700. Featuring Vanguard, Ancient Salt Kings, and Undying Wolves, a total of 40,040 seasonal claim. Second place is Buffalo Wild Wings with 8,925 prestige, 28,635 seasonal claim with Kitchen, Vigilantes, and Dauntless. Third place is Not Like Us with 6,420 prestige, seasonal claim of 72,595 seasonal claim, featuring Infamous, Imperial Guard, and Warriors. Fourth place is The Blacklisted, 5,100 prestige, 17,550 seasonal claim with Disciples, all by themselves. Fifth place is New World Order with 4,875 prestige, 18,945 seasonal claim with Regulators, Mortality, and Black Templars. Sixth place is Tides of War with 4,350 prestige, 42,185 seasonal claim with Latium, Forbidden City, and Warforged. Seventh place is the High Council, 1,500 prestige, 14,050 seasonal claim, featuring Homegrown, the Shadow Army, and High Kingdom. Eighth place is Deuce Volt, 1,170 prestige, featuring 6,255 seasonal claim, featuring Midway Kings and Reborn. Ninth place is Hibernia with 1,100 prestige, seasonal claim of 12,950, featuring Goshkia, Goshkia Dub, and Order of Valor. 10th place is No Evil with 975 prestige, seasonal claim of 7,955 seasonal claim, featuring Speak, Hear, and See. That brings us around to our seasonal claim board. There you are. Our top four are Not Like Us with 72,595, Tides of War with 42,185, Buffalo Wild Wings with 27,795, and New World Order with 19,875. Looking at our Alliance power ratings, we have Buffalo Wild Wings leading the pack with 548, Only Bros with 448, Not Like Us 442, Tides of War 199, Hibernia with 115, Blacklisted with 99, the High Council with 89, Gur with 13, New World Order with negative 17, and Fury with negative 23. Looking at the Historical Houses Acclaim board, here you go. Vanguard still leading the pack, 671,000. Homegrown with 355,000. Goshgay with 304,000. Durandon 284,000, and I Kingdom with 274,000. Looking at the alliances, we have Hibernia with 787,000. We Don't Read 588,000. The High Council with 501,000. Deuce Volt 375,000, and Maelstrom with 353,000. Looking at the Renown board, Goshgate leads the pack with 13,225 renown. I Kingdom in second with 7,685 renown. Vanguard in third with 6,495 renown. Goshgate with 5,000 renown. Durandon with 4,270. Warriors with 3,860. As for alliances, we have Hibernian with 26,515, Maelstrom 8,410, Deuce Volt with 6,465, the High Council with 3,930, then Half a Brain Cell with 3,870. Next up, we're going to look at the Morgue. Bring out the slabs. We see Reborn 2,145, haven't seen them in a little while. Wayne Salt, not sure where you guys are at, 1,920. Lawless 1,665, and Fulminata with 450. As for alliances, Eclipse of Empires has disappeared. Haven't seen them in a couple wars now. 11,205 and Brotherhood with 450. And that brings us around to the close of our show. I want to thank you all for tuning in. I really appreciate you all coming. If you'd like to be featured on the War Report, please feel free to reach out to me. Always looking for people to interview. I'm always looking for friendly stories and fun faces and all that. So please reach out. I'd love to interview. In any case, look forward to seeing you all again soon. Thank you, everybody, and have a good night.